our team, our guy John Mateer, the last team in the SEC that made the playoff last year, the Oklahoma Sooners, JD, coming off a heater, coming off of a very, very hard schedule. They get to 10 wins. They battle the adversity of the broken thumb. They make it to the playoff. What do you have for Oklahoma this year, bringing back a ton of guys, mainly their quarterback, John Mateer, to Norman this season?
So this is going to be a great reality check for me in terms of the perception of Oklahoma versus how good I think they're going to be. Because I've been saying for some time, like, John Mateer is awesome. He just broke his thumb. Defense is going to continue to be awesome. I don't care who they lost. As long as Brent Venables is the DC over there, they're going to be in great shape. Culture, the tough-to-kill culture, that's still in place as far as I'm concerned in Norman. I think Vegas put the number at 8.5 for the Sooners, and I would take the over.
JD, this is the first, I think, shocker for me of BetMGM's lines. Oklahoma at 7.5
Stop.
for the win total for the season. The 10-win team that went to the playoff last season returns their quarterback. 7.5 for the Sooners. What's your reaction to that, man? That one shocked me.
All right, so here's some inside baseball on this side of things, y'all. BetMGM is phenomenal to us. They are a tremendous partner. They're, of course, bringing y'all the show today. For the college basketball tournament going on right now, they have been so kind to allow us to have what it's called bonus bets, okay? So it's essentially BetMGM saying, hey, on the house, here's some coin to work with. Go ahead and put that coin. And it's supposed to be here to promote March Madness and promote March matchups, supposed to promote college basketball and just kind of the time of year that it is. Y'all, I've been so bad at college basketball, I'm starting to look at college football. If we get some more bonus bets, Cato, I will put several of them on the over here with Oklahoma. Several. Like, I don't understand what I'm missing with Oklahoma. Like, I think the John Mateer thing just scared everybody half to death last year, I suppose. And I get where that comes from because it was a little bit jarring with how bad he looked towards the end of the season relative to what he was in the beginning of the season. But I'm like, y'all, he got over 25 days off before he played Alabama. And I know they lost the game, but that was the old John Mateer we saw again. Like, even in a loss in the college football playoff, I felt so much better of what I was telling myself during the season, asking John Mateer to get back to final form, because I knew it still existed. It wasn't like that first month of the season was a little bit fugazi and John Mateer wasn't really that good, but played above his level because people didn't know what Oklahoma was going to be as an offense. Like, that was real. Those were two top 30 defenses in Michigan and Auburn that John Mateer took to school. He did all of that, too, without a run game. So same thought process I had about Alabama going through this show today. It can't be as bad as it was last year when it comes to running the football, right? Like, there's no way it gets worse than what they were last season, so John Mateer should have a little bit more help. I will eat my shoe on the air if they average the yards per carry they did a season ago or have a worse yards per carry than what it was. So the biggest game for me is Red River, Cato. Fork in the road moment, October 10th, playoff elimination game potential as well for Oklahoma, because by that time, I believe they will have played Michigan and Georgia. So if it's, again, a 3 strikes and you're out policy in the college football playoff, again for the 12-team 2026 tourney here, that could be a game where if Oklahoma's the back against the wall, it's put up or shut up. Also, with the way that last Red River went with John Mateer getting back a little bit early, not being himself, you'd like to think there's a chest out, how do you like me now kind of approach from the Sooners. So that's the one that I have circled. Cato, I am fully willing to put all the bonus bets I had previously onto Oklahoma over 7.5. It was that number a year ago, I think it was. I think it was 7.5 a year ago. They made the playoff with 10 wins.
Yeah, like I said, that's my first real shocker. And I think the only thing you can combat it with is the schedule. I mean, at Michigan, at Georgia, like you mentioned, Texas A&M, maybe some of the big dogs here scare that line to where it is, but their schedule was harder last year. Their schedule was still harder last year. They flipped the script from a team that had a hard schedule to, oh, we don't want to play them. Brent Venables took over the defense, and we saw what that looked like. If everything trends in the right direction, this team should be firmly back in the college football playoff. They definitely have to learn what they've got and figure out the run game and some of the new pieces that will be playing a lot for them in the early part of the season when you have Michigan, Georgia, and Texas all within the first 5 weeks. But this team figured out during much harder circumstances last year. So this one shocked me for sure. I'm with you. I would hammer this over because I think a healthy John Mateer makes the wins of last season even more convincing and not a close call. And to me, this is a free one. I think this is kind of the opposite of how I feel about the Texas A&M line, to where I think they should probably meet in the middle somewhere. But yeah, man, the Sooners getting doubted, I guess, and I think us and some other watchers of the show will tail us in taking that over right now while we can, because maybe it moves and maybe we dictate the line here for BetMGM a little bit with how we feel about it.
To my wife who's watching the show right now, or maybe not watching the show right now, and she'll find out from somebody else watching the show. Daughter's college fund, Sooners over 7.5. Let's ride, baby. Private school, let's go, huh? Here we go.